Hi everybody, welcome to this week's question and answer video. I'm answering you guys' questions from last week's video. Go down below in the comment section, ask me anything you want. Please share your locations. Let us know where you are. Be general if you want. And please support a petition I started, Stop Narcissistic Online Bullying. It's at change.org/stopbullies. The links are down below in the description box and the comment section. Everyone in the world, it's a worldwide petition. Just follow the link and support it. Please. Thank you. If you want to do more, you can share it with someone else. I have a lot of questions here, which is great. Keep them coming. So I'm sorry if I go a little quick. If I miss anyone's questions, you don't understand my answer. If I misunderstood your question, let me know. Please keep asking. You can even keep elaborating on the same question if you want to know more about it. Thank you. Let's get started. Rose from the United Kingdom. Everybody congratulate Rose, please. She's been in a very long marriage. I don't remember how many years. A long time. I believe, Rose, you've raised children with this man. And finally, the relationship ended 3 weeks ago. He's gone. I can't imagine the strength it takes. And I just, here's what she wrote. Yes, I'm typing this. Nearly 3 weeks is gone. He thought it would help him stop drinking and feel better. Who knows? I did sort through a drawer today. Found an old Valentine's card. I remember when I got it. It was a surprise. He never did Valentine's or birthdays. Said he forgets. But inside, I remember my shock and confusion, as inside was XXX. That was it. Thoughtful. Nope. Caring. Nope. Loving. Nope. Performance. Yep. Breadcrumbs. Frickin' breadcrumbs. I don't do Valentine's or birthdays, and I forget. No, he doesn't just do them. He doesn't just forget. He never cared. Never cares about people or connection. Appreciating people like you, Rose. They did so much for him, I'm sure. Good job, Rose. I hope you have supportive people around you. And please consider hiring some. Okay? Heal from this stuff. It's so much and so long. Everyone say something to Rose. Thanks. Hi, David. It's B from the Netherlands here. In one of your other videos, you asked viewers the question, do they know who you are? They, being the BPD and MPD. That really hit home because we forgot that it's not about us. Everything is about them. Yeah, it's not all about us. We can't internalize all this stuff. We keep trying to care for them, love them, and understand them, but it all comes down to them not knowing who you really are. It's a sad conclusion. No question for me today. Just wanted to touch on this. Keep up the great work. Thank you, B. Cowboy No Horse. Why are people with BPD so self-destructive? I don't remember where you're from either. If you could tell us next time. Oh, Florida. Sorry. South Florida loves David DeMar's coaching. That's right. That's you. David DeMar's loves South Florida. One of the best places in the country. Why are people with BPD so self-destructive? Why do they not want to improve their lives? Is rooting, well, want to and doing it are two different things, yeah? Capabilities and stuff like this. Is ruining other people's lives making them feel better? Well, some people think so. What's that saying goes? I can't remember right now. But it's, the pain inside that hurts them, they try to hurt other people. They think it might make them feel better. Here's what I wrote to you. Learned helplessness, hopelessness, lack of self-reliance, low self-worth, self-respect, and self-esteem, shame, guilt, and a fragmented self, no stability, and living in daily pain and either can't find or afford help, or the amount of change required is just too overwhelming to even look at because there is no amount of courage they can find that is enough to even try. Mental illness is disease, and some are born with it, some are shaped into it, and sadly some can never heal from it. Just understanding, not excuses. Mental illness didn't hurt you or destroy you. It was her. You'll understand people better through compassion, finding similarities. Emily, Baltimore. Hello, Emily. Yeah, yes, 3 months no contact today. Congratulations. That was 5 days ago. You're almost at a month. You would have got a day or two left. I have read pros and cons about narcissists that moved to the country, which my ex has. He had no friends when he lived here. It appears he is doing exceptionally well with meeting people. The last time I talked to him, I said, I will talk to you later, knowing I wouldn't. In this very elated voice that I had never heard from before, he said, I hope so. It is like He is high from all these new people and all the attention he is getting. What is this about? Emily, you've been asking this a lot. Same thing. And a lot of your questions are asking me about your perception, I think. It's like people telling me, oh, I looked on their Facebook and they look happy. Oh, because they're smiling for a photo? He's doing exceptionally well meeting people. Okay, what does that mean? Not much, right? It feels good to meet people, new people. We're social animals and it raises feel-good hormones. Opens doors, hope, life. Sociopaths, psychopaths, very commonly will move from social group to social group, from town to town. And they burn out these groups and towns. They come on strong, everybody likes them, they're charming at first. Remember, I've said this? And then eventually they become off-putting, people see through them. Things fall apart for them. They don't have or can sustain or form or maintain any kind of healthy functional relationships with people. So he's excited to get away from his life that he could not control. Doesn't feel that he could change. The new place seems like his life started over. For many of us, it can, if we have the opportunities and the abilities to survive and function well. But he does not. He's dependent. He's happy that he met people that he might be able to exploit, learn, lean on, depend on. And also don't know who he is. He forms and controls people's perception of him. And so he's got a blank canvas he can perform. He can create things. It's not going to work, right? He's got severe personality disorders, severe pathology. Huh? So it's not going to work. It won't matter. He doesn't connect with people. He doesn't build things and trust and healthy bonds and attachments and can't function in relationships. So it won't matter. Eventually, they will become stressful and dysfunctional, just like they always are. Okay? You have to ask yourself, why would it be so different? Where does mental illness go? Where did he learn to have healthy relationships now? Doesn't even value it. Not capable. Okay? We can't just look at things or take their word and stuff like this. He said, I hope so. Yeah, they never want to burn bridges or really end relationships, especially someone this dependent. Toxic. Victoria from the United Kingdom here. Hi, Victoria. Thank you so much for answering my questions last week. Thanks to you, I've decided to seek therapy as I think my experiences with narcs over the years has affected me more than I realized. And we want to know why, too. Why did we get into these relationships? There might be something we need to change, fix. And good. Thanks for telling me, and good job for you. Thank you. One question for you, if you do not mind answering. I don't mind. Can narcissistic abuse cause agoraphobia? Friends have noticed that I am not as outgoing as I used to be and spend much more time at home. I excuse this as stress due to lots of work, but I think there might be a different reason, and I have been feeling very anxious at the idea of socializing. Thank you again. So, Victoria, I'm not going to tell you that you can't get agoraphobia, and I don't necessarily want to tell you you don't have it, but what I'm seeing is, here's my answer. I think that is wonderful, and you are worth it to get help. This isn't agoraphobia, Victoria. You're responding very typically to trauma. You're isolating a retreat to be safe and stabilized. Some social anxiety is expected, so be aware of it and work through it and push yourself slowly. I have many techniques and exercises and can help you understand more if you have questions. It's called hypervigilance, and it's your brain because you didn't protect yourself, did you? And it wasn't just a single event. Over and over and over again. And this is stress, and this kind of stress releases all kinds of stress chemicals in abundance. And these kinds of stress chemicals wear us down over a long period of time. They cause depression, they cause anxiety. And your brain is looking for all kinds of danger. Victoria, process this, learn from this, change your environment as much as possible. You're being re-triggered in the place that it all happened, in your home. Whether you're with him or on the phone, or just going through this experience at your house, living there. Go on vacation. You'll notice how much your brain relaxes. Stops looking for those dangers. It knows you're safer. This is very complex and very severe, very serious. And we can't heal from these things alone. No. You're okay, Victoria, I promise. Hi, David. It's Jay from Minnesota. Hi, Jay. I have a new question. You've given some really great answers to my questions previously. Thank you. I have severely mentally ill and violent family members that stole from my mom's estate. I knew stuff was missing. I just found concrete proof that they indeed stole. I'm really scared. I feel like if I go to authorities or even lawyers, I'm in extreme danger. Is it typical of these types of individuals to go after those who tell the truth and speak up? Yes. Or is it all in my percent? You have no idea how typical it is for any family to be completely divided, split, hurt each other, threaten each other, sabotage each other, and even take each other's lives over money. This is what I wrote. This is getting easy. I say my questions here and then I just read it. Please talk about this with someone else and feel better. Try to calm your emotions and make your decisions using logic and get professional advice. You're very scared right now, Jay, and I'm not saying you don't deserve to be, or it's not practical, but we need to process these emotions, and the decisions you make, don't let them be emotional. Let them be logical. So calm yourself down, heal from this, talk about this, process this, be clear in what's really going on. Talk to an attorney, not a lawyer. An attorney is licensed and practicing for legal advice and his experience with, or her experience with, these cases. The reason it can help a lot by just talking to attorneys is they've dealt with this before. They can tell you what your rights are. They can tell you what to expect, what they usually see, what we can do moving forward, giving you hope and a sense of control. Typically, it's best to document everything and allow the law and your attorney to handle everything. Only you know what's best for you in the end. If this is so scary and they're so dangerous and you know they've taken other people's lives before, then they might take yours. If they aren't violent and they don't hurt people like that, probably you can cross that one off the list. But can they keep hurting you? Is it just they took some from the estate? Do you want to just walk away, count your losses, get rid of this estate somehow so they can't do it anymore and walk away? Do it. I've walked away from everything I own before to get away from someone so toxic. Sometimes we have to count our losses and chalk it up as a lesson we need to learn. But typically, if you leave it up to the law, because Jay, I don't know what you do for a living, but I bet maybe you're not an attorney or a police officer in any shape or way or form. So just talk to one and find out. Okay? Let me see if I wrote an answer to you. If there's anything else I can add. Nope. Thank you. ESB6U3T, don't know where you're from. Don't know your name. Give me something about yourself. Hello, David. Your channel has helped me so much. Earlier this year, the current girlfriend of my ex reached out to me to ask questions about him and his emotional highs and lows. She showed me a picture of them together, and she looks very similar to me, as well as the same fashion sense and nationality. Is this common to do for cluster Bs? Yeah, it is. I don't know how similar we really are. She looks similar, same fashion, sense, nationality. Nationality is nation. You guys all live in the same nation. I think you mean heritage or something. It's extremely common. It is. And there's different reasons, and they don't all do it. But I could sit here for so long and tell you things that I've heard they do. And they will obsess on you sometimes for decades and live just like you do. They will idealize a perfect marriage and what you want to do in your marriage. They end up marrying someone a month later, and a month after that, they're doing everything that you guys had planned to do in your marriage and your honeymoon and all this, like really creepy shit. Because they don't have a sense of self, because they idealize. And once they realize that they've been exposed, or this got ruined, it can't be me, let's just keep trying again, the personality disorder, I just find it another person. I build up the same scenario with the same type of person, and everything's going to be the same, and it's going to work out this time. No originality, huh? It's common. Yeah. They objectify people. They don't really know who you are. You are a symbol. You are a prop. You are a whatever. So just go replace you. Only toxic people replace people with other people. People are irreplaceable. And when we lose someone, we need to process that. And we fill the void with things like exercise, not other strangers that we marry immediately before we get to know them and think that, oh, they're kind of like them. And we're just going to start all over. And this time I'm going to marry them really fast so they don't find out who I am so quick. Imagine living like that. Holy shit. Raul Rodriguez, Healing Family from California. Hello, David. Hello. All of your answers for sure always have helped me. Thank you. Thank you. When we got discarded, my children were 3 and 5. Now they're 5 and 7. They've been in therapy. 7-year-old expressed himself in lots of sadness, and my 5-year-old just pure anger. He still seems to be angry, and the school is wanting to think there might be some ADHD involved. I still think it's too early since symptoms of emotional trauma and ADHD overlap. The symptoms don't just overlap, it's caused from it. We know this now. ADD, ADHD is caused from emotional neglect and trauma. Period. The symptoms don't just happen to all overlap. He hits friends about 3 times a week, is defiant, shuts down, makes fun of friends once in a while, sticking tongue out and saying things like chicken butt, poo-poo head, etc. It's cute when they're at that age, huh? Kinda? Probably not to you, Mom. But yeah, we got to stop this because in a few years it's going to be scary. Can you give me some advice on what your thoughts on this? I do have a lot of things we do, stress ball, emotional charts, behavior charts. Yeah. Yeah, good. I remember you saying that. Stretching, breathing techniques, plus give me your thoughts, advice, opinion. They are the best and have always helped our family. So this stuff is defiance. Some kids are violent. Boys usually tend to be more than the girls, and we need to stop temper tantrums by age 5. If we don't stop it by 7 or 8, Mom, we may never do. They may end up being a physically violent person. But children are very malleable, and this is good that you caught this, and you can fix this and change this. You need to find the right professional, period. You need to find the right professional that can see your child, connect with your child, and see and understand what's going on. But here's what I wrote first. He needs attention. Find the right professional that understands what is going on and can reach him. He is unable to communicate what is wrong. He is unable to communicate what is wrong and cannot, biggest one, cannot self-soothe. He's had prolonged stress and his stress chemicals are going haywire. And the stress chemicals that help us in the beginning, focus, memory span, attention span and memory, all these things. The stress chemicals, when we need to, boom, go up and we can do this. But it's meant to be short-lived and stop. Your child lived through this first couple few years of his life. And now the stress chemicals has made memory, attention span and stuff like this stop working as well. So if you put some building blocks in front of a child who was very secure attachment style and had all their needs met, they sit there and start building building blocks. Children like yours, maybe you put some building blocks in front of them and they're like this, looking around at the adults. I need, and I don't even know how to ask. So he's being overwhelmed with emotions and anger, and he doesn't know how to make himself feel better. And so start learning techniques to help children to self-soothe, to identify what's wrong, okay? And we cannot tolerate emotional outbursts. It must stop now. You can read about this, you find the right professional, and learn. But he needs to communicate, and maybe it'd be easier with a professional than with you, Mom. Maybe you'll get some more out of someone else. For him to understand how he feels and what to do to make himself feel better and understand what he can't do. Does that help? I'm sorry. You'll be okay. He's so young, it's great. Very, very malleable, like a piece of clay. Emily from South Africa. Hi, David. What strategies are most effective for setting boundaries with someone who displays narcissistic tendencies? Emily, I want you to tell me what I've told you. What is most effective for setting boundaries for someone with narcissistic tendencies? What have I told you before? Can you tell me that, please? And do narcissists ever change? We've talked about this many times. And change what? Make NPD go away? I'm not the I'm not the spokesperson. I haven't seen it enough. You asked me, do narcissists ever change? Is this someone in your life, Emily? Your dad, 50 years old, 60? No, not going to change. A 19-year-old that was diagnosed with NPD and is in serious therapy with themselves. All I know is that he can definitely be a better person and definitely could stop exploiting and abusing people. Not too sure about NPD going into remission or going away. Some say yes, some say no. I don't have much of a personal opinion on that because I don't have enough information. Let me observe 1,000 narcissists being treated, you know. Or do they just act like they got better? Yes, they will do that. Can you trust them? Can you trust them? Can I trust narcissists? Come on, Emily, come on. What's going on with your questions, Emily? They're repetitive, general. Can you trust them? What am I going to say? Yes? No? I don't know them all. Do you know that there's narcissists, borderlines, even sociopaths that don't exploit and abuse people and manipulate them? So therefore, maybe you can trust one. You can trust anyone you want, Emily. You can trust the most healthiest person in the world. Doesn't mean they won't hurt you. Is that what you're asking? I don't know, Emily. But I want you to answer my question for once. I want you to tell me what I've told you for most effective setting boundaries with someone. I mean, we've talked about this so many times. I've answered this so many times. I have 200 videos on it. We can use gray rock. We can tell them it's uncomfortable and explain to them what they're doing is hurting you. If it's someone you're living with that's doing this, who displays narcissistic tendencies, if they have mental illness and they're not going to change and they're not going to stop when you tell them to stop, then you need to get away from them. It's that simple. Stop. Don't do that. That hurts me. I'm uncomfortable. And they keep doing it. What else can you do? Nothing. Get away from them. You can call them out on their behaviors. I think you're just trying to control me. I think you're just trying to manipulate me. You're projecting onto me your problems. Those aren't mine. I never said that. You're trying to control, manipulate me. You can say that. If that works, great. Not much else you can do. You just ask boundaries. Boundaries are telling someone what your comfort zone is. You're out of my comfort zone. You're too close. You're too loud. You're asking too many questions. That's too personal. You're making me uncomfortable. Step back. Please stop talking to me. Please stop calling me. That's it. Do narcissists ever change? Sure, some of them. Can you trust some of them? Sure, some of them. I don't know, Emily. What do you think? How about that? Give me your opinion on those. Just as valid as mine. Thanks. Hi, David William from Arizona. Today I came across a couple notes that the girl I was seeing gave me a few months ago. Her writing was cursive, really nice, like most women's writing is. She was happy. She said, missed me with lip prints, etc. After she split for the last time, she gave me a gift back with a note that said, I have no other option. The writing was messy, printed words like a small child wrote it. She was splitting for the time since I've met her. Could her moods be dictating her writing as well as her thoughts? Yeah, of course. I've been no contact for 9 weeks. I think I don't do social media. Never had, so she's kind of SOL. Should I look as hoovering me? But at this point, I'm just glad she's out of my life. Thanks for your videos. I find them helpful in just accepting things I can't control and live my best life possible. Great, William, and thanks for telling me. So, one, and I don't know if this is necessarily what this is, but you have mental health decline. Okay, and this is like borderline is serious mental illness. Serious. 20-year less life expectancy. Like 55 average life. So the mental illness can rapidly decline with age. And my mother was schizophrenic. She was a beautiful artist when I was young. By the time right before she died in my 20s, she painted like a third grader. It's really sad, really embarrassing. That's really common. But what you have here is emotional. It's emotional. It's emotional. Look at the Charlie Kirk shooter. People are like, oh, it's a professional. It's a professional. No, you know why it's not a professional? Because it was emotional. It was sloppy. It was messy. fingerprints on video, all kinds of shit. Cried, told his dad. It's not professional. Fuck. Emotional. This is sloppy. She cares. She's upset. Can't control her emotions. Might be life or death for her. Do you see that though, Willie? And thank you. You seem to be doing pretty good. Hi, David. Sean, Europe. Hi, Sean, Europe. Oh, I bet that means Sean from Europe. First, your channel has helped me a lot. I want to thank you for that. Thank you for telling me. Recently, I cut all contact with a borderline ex after 5 years relationship over an argument. Good job. Hope you're doing okay. She said she wanted to be alone, so I did exactly that. When usually I used to go back and save the relationship. Right on. We're making different choices. Now my question is, what goes through her mind during those 40 days so far? I'll admit checking her socials from time to time, working on that too. She looks pretty productive and relieved, so that's some kind of mask. Thank you. Yeah, I don't care what she looks like in a photo on Facebook that she decided to post and is perfect looking for her. Okay? I just want to post this photo so he thinks I'm doing great and so he feels like he's the toxic one. And prim it up at night. Get a friend with me, with my little dog. Yeah. What do we know? Right? What do we know? Toxic as shit. You recently cut it off. So just recently she was toxic as shit. Oh, 40 days. 40 days. She's healthy. All she needed to do is get rid of you. Even if she had the most incredible, amazing drugs and therapy. Not okay in 40 days. What's going through her mind? I don't know her. You know? But typically, lost, scared, confused. You've held a mirror up to her. She hates herself. Shame, rejection, push away. She's got to create this kind of narrative to live with herself because she can't introspect and just make herself feel better, heal from this, accept things. It's just me. I fucked this up. I made a mistake. I'm toxic. Possibly. I could have done better. Should have done it. No, she shouldn't do that shit. She comes in with all these false narratives to help her cope, right? And the problem is the only thing that'll ever heal someone is the truth. That's why I'm the hope killer. I'll tell you the truth no matter what. Because I know that's what heals. We can lie to ourselves. We can believe lies. We can try to soothe with fantasy. But it's the truth that will heal you. A full, real understanding, even if it hurts. So she'll lie to herself and it won't work. And she's probably checking on you. Probably has other people in her life. I mean, like a new replacement. Here's what I wrote. She feels empty and has tried to mask it and has had impulsive behaviors. She is most likely with a new person, a recycled one from her past. She misses the part of herself she formed with you and has split on you and reminds herself you are unsafe for her somehow and may feel in control by telling others this false narrative. She may want revenge or want you to make her feel better, but it's hard to say how distracted she is and what she is telling herself. She thinks about you but doesn't know who you are. She misses how she felt, but not you. She is depressed because she can't find the right one and is so sensitive. She might even be traumatized by this relationship, even if you did nothing. What do you think? Sean, tell us where you are next time, please. Tomorrow's coaching, thank you for taking time and replying. David, thank you. She has been talking to other guys, but I do know a specific game. Oh, is this? Oh, jeez. Oh, Sean, this is you replied to what I said here. Same person. I do know a specific game about romance with fictional men keeps her very busy lately. As stupid as it sounds. No, it doesn't. She felt very, very unattractive with me and blamed me for looking at other women always. So I don't know if she misses who she was with me or they miss the part of themselves. That's what I mean. They form a part of it. If you don't know who you are at all and you suffer a major loss, who's there to make you feel better? Because you know yourself somewhat, you've experienced loss, and you were there to help you feel better, and you could live with yourself. You could look at yourself and say, it's okay, this hurts, oh God, I should have done better, I'm not the greatest guy, but God. She can't do that. She can't do that. The accusing you of cheating all the time, she didn't really think that. That's control. She's a control freak, and she controls the narrative, she controls perception. Photos on there are purposely meant to look like she's in control. She's not. Okay? Those are some things that I probably do know. Don't know anything else. Elena is here from Canada. Hi, Elena. Thank you for another great video. My question is, what if a person with diagnosed BPD says, I know something is wrong with me and I want to heal. I admit that I have uncontrollable outbursts and then I regret it. Does it mean the light at the end of the tunnel? I mean, that person with BPD admits that something is wrong. Is it a good sign? Or is it just blah, blah, blah until they actually sing into therapy? Well, the problem is, Elena, is we know this person does this. They bullshit, they don't commit, they try, fail, stop, start, everything. School, work, relationships, with you. They manipulate and say, yeah, I want to get better, or say, I'll go to a therapist if I get what they want from you, if they're afraid of losing something. Is it a good sign? We don't know. Because here's what she said. I know something is wrong with me. Great. I want to heal. Great. I admit that I have uncontrollable outbursts and then I regret it. Okay. So let's just take her word for it. She's being genuine. What does that mean to you, Elena? What hope are we holding on to? She wants to, so she'll try. Right? It's been... Can you follow up on this? Oh, I don't have it. I wish... Well, the video came out a week ago, so it's been at least 6 days. Or I'm sorry, I should say it's been maybe almost a week or less. What has she done to try? We can start looking back now almost a week later, right? What's happened since then? Is she looking and finding someone and talking about it and already tells you when she's going to start seeing someone and talk to someone and kind of made a little bit of changes in her life and stuff? No. Nope, she sure hasn't. Borderlines can be some of the most self-aware in the personality disordered group. They're vulnerable. They don't need a mask like a narcissist. If you got a borderline with such a mask and never let you know who they are, they might be borderline narcissists. They're vulnerable. They need help. They don't mind asking for help from all, whatever, 8 billion or whatever there are of us. Borderlines often will understand their problems. You can point them out to them and they'll identify them and accept them as theirs and understand that they're causing problems in their life. You can come up with solutions. They'll accept them and be excited about them and want to start them. And then they leave your office or whatever and they fall flat on their face. BPD is a serious mental illness. Serious. Could take, even if it could go into remission, it could take 10 years of DPT therapy that has to be all them doing it. No one else. No one paying for it, taking them there, making appointments. It has to be the right person that understands borderline, that treats them with DBT therapy, even medication if needed. 10 years, and then maybe it'll go into remission, but it almost always comes back. I'm here to give you the truth, not hope. I hope she gets better. But it doesn't just happen, Elena. She does it. She does it. Not this. Not time. Not that. But you see real results. And you have terms in your relationship that she agrees to and follows by. Accepting repercussions if she doesn't. That's the truth. This is great. It doesn't mean much. No. And that's if she's genuine. But this doesn't show a single ounce of commitment to anything, does it? Not even saying I'm going to do something. I want. She probably doesn't even know who she is. And that want is probably already changed. This is a step, not the work. It's a step to the
psychologist's office. One step just to the office. She needs many more steps just to get there, just to meet them. Do you see that? And the work still hasn't started. Let me know if you have any questions, Elaine, okay? Thanks. Often Tonebula. I don't know. You didn't say where you're from. You asked what I think last time I commented about body modification generalization thing. I apologized for sounding harsh. This time, I'm very much sober and articulate. Oh, you're sober this time. That's good. The nose ring theory is ignorant and quite laughable. Honestly, I enjoy your content and expect better of you than entertaining such a draft generalization. I didn't, so you didn't watch the video, or you're not sober. Tattoos and piercings aren't synonymous with personality disorders. Who said they are? Who said synonymous? Nobody. That's what you heard. Go ahead and get mad about my comment and tell me that I'm usually so pleasant. You're not usually so pleasant. I only remember one other comment where you're an asshole in that one too. Because I'm not validating that statement. This is weird. Miles says this is a weird comment. Yes, it is. Okay, here's what I said. You're no different than last time. This statement doesn't make sense either, but you are saying a lot. You are passive aggressive. I don't care if you're disappointed with me. Why would I care if you're disappointed with me? Please tell me. You won't. You are clouded with insecurity and don't like what I said. I've never seen someone so insecure in the comment section ever about tattoos and piercings. Who are they for? You or us? To be accepted? I don't like what I said. Oh, you're clouded with insecurity and don't like what I said because of how it makes you feel. And you are not defending yourself from mental illness very well, because your argument is people with nose rings and tattoos like you don't have mental illness. You're not making that argument very strong. Stop caring what people think and look at yourself. It's not about your piercings and tattoos. It's about your pain underneath them. Keep it to yourself, please, and argue with the DSM, not me. I love tattoos, but just not anti. I'm just anti-BS. Okay? It's stupid. I don't know if I need to say anything else about it. I love that. You expect better of me. I didn't entertain such a draft generalization, buddy. I said that in the video. I said I don't know about the nose ring theory. I said I don't even know about it. But it's pretty common. You can go on TikTok and all the unhinged crazy people all have nose rings. I know beautiful people with nose rings that are totally sane, stable. I said that. I've had piercings. I have tons of tattoos. I like them. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you besides such insecurity? You have to argue online about your tattoos and piercings. And you're not healthy. So you're a bad example. You kind of just reinforce what I say. Stephanie from the United States. Hi, Stephanie. Thank you for taking this time for answering my question. You are welcome. I really appreciate you. I appreciate you too. Your coaching sessions healed me. Thank you for telling me. I will always be grateful. I have another question. Is it common to lose family and friends while recovering from BPD and PD abuse? I feel like I've stepped into a different world. It's almost mandatory. I'm very surprised, sometimes shocked, when my clients come out of these toxic abusive relationships, they're over, and they have healthy people in their life supporting them. It's amazing. It really is. Because we're not healthy during that time. And it's really weird to have healthy friends. And especially going through all this shit, it's really weird that healthy friends stand by you and put up with it and stick up with it for all this time. We come from toxic, unhealthy families, at least neglectful families, and we tend to have some exploitative and friends that use us or toxic friends. This is just a normal pattern until we heal from this. And so it's real common to be actually alone after this. I lost the friends who weren't really there for me, but I was being abused and they couldn't take it anymore, or whatever it was. I got out of this relationship and I realized everyone's using me. I got rid of everybody and they just didn't care. And my family, I really didn't have family, or my family walked away from me, or I realized they're so toxic I have to leave and just leave them. You know, it's just real common. Our brain isolates us anyway, so it doesn't even have to be from other people's side. It could be us even unconsciously doing it. It is extremely common, everyone, and Stephanie. Okay. And a part of healing, I break healing down into 3 parts. Second part's recovery, and we try to recover a lot of the things that we lost. And if there's good, healthy relationships with good, healthy people that you had, Stephanie, before, you can always try to recover them. Okay? Good luck. And I'm sorry, but you're never alone because you have you. Okay? And I think that's it. That's it, guys. Thank you for thumbs up, subscribing to the channel, asking all the questions. Let me know what you think of my answers. Ask more questions, elaborate, stuff like that. Love yourself first. Thanks, everybody. Have a beautiful week. Bye. Oh, on the wrong page. Bye again.